Hey there, how are you doing? So I was with my customer or a friend. What do I call him? Well, every customer that stays with us eventually becomes a friend. So let me call him friend. I was with a friend and we were conversing about his recent shopping experience. And he kept telling me that Hardik, whenever I go to shop, I do not spend on items which are not branded. So he is like somebody who spends a lot and appreciates the word branded. He wants to buy all of that. Having said that, when I look at his business, because he's also my customer, he does not focus on brand building at all. He simply goes to say, hey, my product is of good quality and my customers know it, so they are going to buy. So if you are one of them who is not focusing on brand building because maybe you don't know how to, then this video is for you. So this video is for all the small business owners, all the family run business owners, for people who are in sales in the family run business or a small business, or any youngster who's looking to make a career in sales, marketing, branding in a small organization or a big one. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 4 steps with which you could go about drawing up your brand strategy and go about making your product the brand that is recognized in the market. Step number 1 is to create your brand identity. For brand awareness, it is extremely important to understand first what are the values that your company respects, how those values translate into features of your product, and therefore your product lives and breathes that value, product or service. Now, brand is not about making a very good logo or a fantastic sounding tagline. The logo is good or the tagline is good only because it kind of reminds you of the brand value the company really stands for. Now, I'll give you an example of one of the companies that we all know about has done this brand identity really well. I'm talking about the sports brand Nike. Now, Nike knows that its target audience is that which is not necessarily athletes, because there are very few athletes. The market size is very small. So Nike wants to target even the non-athletes who want to become an athlete or who like doing exercise, running, workouts, and playing sports. So what does Nike do? Nike's tagline is just do it. Don't worry about your expertise level, just do it. The kind of ad campaigns that Nike runs is always about people who you don't know. They don't use celebrities. They use local people in their ads to showcase that even you can just do it. Nike wants to say, we are with you because we appreciate your efforts to just start doing it. So you got to ask yourself, what is it that you stand for? And whatever that is, how does that translate into unique selling proposition of your product? And is that thing of value to the target segment that you are wanting to sell your product to? Step number 2, developing a compelling brand story. Now, every good brand has an extremely compelling brand story, a story that captivates the emotions of the target audience and connects them to the company. Now, which is the company that has done this really well? Well, the answer is Amul. Amul started in 1946. It started by taking milk from the farmers and also employing their family members, especially ladies, to do the other processing work that they really needed to do. In this way, Amul positioned itself as a company that is integrated with what the country really needs. Since then till today, Amul continues to give messages, if you've seen on the hoardings, that kind of make Amul speak to the people and say, hey, you know what, I represent the Indian popular culture, whether it is politics, whether it is sports, or anything in between. It continues to talk about recent event in a very beautiful way, and obviously all of us remember the Amul girl that talks about this all the time. In this way, Amul represents India and the way India sees the world and the events that are happening within the country. This is a very powerful and compelling brand story. So we connect with Amul because Amul is our company. Now, having these 2 elements figured out, it's important now to go about disseminating or distributing your message very well. For this, there are 2 points that I want to give you. First is, in today's day and age, it is imperative to use social media marketing and influencers. What do I mean by that? Well, social media influencers are people who have a lot of following. Like, I'm not a very big social media influencer. Having said that, I still have more than 5,000 people on my YouTube channel alone, and I also have several other pages. Now, that means that if I say something these followers would like, which is why they have subscribed to my channel, and they would then go about buying or looking at least at that product, with otherwise the brand may not have the showcase of. So what you must do is use social media marketing and influencer marketing to your best advantage. Reach out to influencers whose content is such that you can go about positioning your product very well. Of course, the influencer also needs to have confidence in your product to be able to do that. A company has done really well on social media influencer marketing in the recent time is Nykaa. Nykaa have worked with several influencers, of course, a lot of them from Bollywood, who have positioned themselves about their skincare routine, their makeup routine, and all of that in relation to Nykaa. And Nykaa has been able to therefore garner a lot of interest from the people who are following those influencers. So if you're following Sridevi's daughter, I am sure you know Nykaa very well. Step number 4 is engaging people with content marketing. Now, what does this mean? Well, while you engage the influencers to kind of spread the message out and let you take advantage of the followers that they have, it's extremely also important to let the followers know that you are the best in the breed and they have made the right choice. Now, how do you do that? Well, you do that by content marketing, and like the word itself says, you got to make some content and then use that content to market. Now, what is the kind of content that you make? Well, you make content that talks about why you know about what makes up for a good product, the kind of product that you sell. And if you're able to showcase that in your content marketing, then you will be considered as the best in breed. Now, when you're constantly bombarded with information that can make you smarter, that can make you a hero, and that information is what you're getting from a company that also has a tool to help you implement the strategies that they have shown and become a hero, you are going to love that company. So you got to make sure that you go about content marketing as well. Point number 5. Now, I know I said 4 points, but let's say this is a bonus point. Point number 5 is brand. It never gets built in a day. Brand takes a lot of time to build. And I'm of our opinion that while it takes a lot of time, you should not take sales as a byproduct of good branding. You must have your sales strategies in place, because a brand has a following, and the following happens of people who actually use the product. You use the product and then you start following it in most cases. And the brand building can help you enhance that sales, right? So you got to make sure that while you're doing this branding exercise, you don't wait for sales to happen after the branding. You have your sales in order, and that will give you enough time to do the brand building in the right fashion. So I hope with all of these 4 points and the 5th one, which is the bonus, you will be able to create your brand strategy very, very well. If you have questions on this, which I'm sure if you attempt, you will have, put it in the comment box and I will be very, very happy to answer. And there are some intelligent people, I'm sure, on my channel who will also have some viewpoints on brand strategy building. Please let them pour in. We want to become a group of intelligent subscribers and people and whatever, to make sure that all our businesses can grow and propel. So if you like this video, hit a big fat thumbs up. It's going to cost you nothing, but it's going to help me a ton. If you've not subscribed to this channel, subscribe to this channel. There is no other channel on YouTube that talks about real-time business scenarios and issues and solutions for small and family-run businesses. With that being said, all you lovely people, keep coming back, watching the videos, give us feedback so that we can make more lovely ones for you. Until we meet next time, keep propelling.